Hey y'all, Father Jim Haney from St. Paul's in the Plains in Lubbock and Texas Tech, Canterbury. I'm as free as a bird now, and this bird you cannot change. Well, that's a lyric from Free Bird by Lynyrd Skynyrd. Those of you who know about rock history might know that about half the band of Lynyrd Skynyrd, including their lead singer Ronnie Van Zant, died in a fiery plane crash in the late 70s, and that song Free Bird gained extra poignancy. But I went to see Lynyrd Skynyrd in the early 1990s with Renee. At that point, the survivors of the group had reformed, and they got Ronnie's younger brother. Actually, there are three Van Zandt brothers. Ronnie was the lead singer for Lynyrd Skynyrd. Donnie is one of the two lead singers for 38 Special. But Johnny Van Zandt, their baby brother, was tapped to front newly reformed Lynyrd Skynyrd. And when I went to see Lynyrd Skynyrd that time, it was actually a little odd. Uh, you had the feeling that Johnny was kind of overawed by singing his brother's songs. In fact, I've got a pretty good ear for music, and it sounded like Johnny was almost doing karaoke with a live band behind him. Whatever his brother Ronnie had done on the song, Johnny tried to mimic that and imitate it note for note, nuance for nuance. It was a little creepy, in fact. But about 4 or 5 years ago, Jimmy and I went to see Lynyrd Skynyrd and ZZ Top, and it was a slightly different lineup of Lynyrd Skynyrd, but some of the same folks were there for both concerts. And Johnny was singing, and by this point, Johnny had been singing those songs for more than 20 years. And it was interesting because no longer was he trying to imitate his brother Ronnie. He had made those songs his own apparently. He had his own nuances, his own unique way of singing those songs. During the season of Lent, we are called to draw closer to God, to imitate Jesus in his temptations, in his fasting, and we're called as Christians to imitate Jesus more and more in our lives, to pattern our lives more and more like his. But we're not just called to do some kind of pale karaoke version, trying to imitate things note for note. We have to make it our own. The Christian life will have a unique flavor for each of us because each of us is created by God in God's image with unique personalities, with unique abilities, with unique talents and gifts. And so we're called to sing God's song. We're called to sing Jesus' song, but we're called to sing it as individual human beings with our own special ways, with our own nuances, with our own color. And so part of the challenge during the season of Lent is not just to follow Jesus, not just to ask what would Jesus do, not just to do what Jesus would do, but to incorporate that more and more into the fabric of our lives so that we may truly live more and more like Jesus would have us live, and to imitate him in our Christian walk, and to do it in an authentic way. We don't need to imitate Jesus in a Jesus way. I need to imitate Jesus in a Jim Haney way. And you need to imitate Jesus in your own way and follow the path that he has called us all to walk. And so I'll leave you with that thought during Lent. Walk in the way that Jesus has called you to walk, but walk in the way that Jesus has called you to walk in with your own special flavor. God bless and have a wonderful day.